Start recording. Okay, great. Okay, well, welcome, welcome. So equipment you're going to need for today's class, if you don't have any of these, no worry, because I see some new faces on here, but your letter ball, if you don't have a letter ball, you can grab any ball that you have or any ball-shaped object. So you can use like a rolled up pair of socks. These are boring, these are black, but just something with a nice pattern for your eyes to look at, because we use the letter balls for some visual games, hand-eye coordination games. Okay, so a letter ball and then just 2 pencils or 2 pens, preferably something with letters for your eyes to look at. So like if you've got a Sharpie, something with a brand name or something with letters to look at. Okay. And then remember for this class, because we work the visual vestibular system, it's okay if you start to feel nauseous, dizzy, tired eyes, itchy eyes, any of that. That is all okay to feel, but it means that you've met your edge, your body's edge, and we don't want to go too far past that edge. So if you start to feel any of those things, you can close your eyes, you can take a break, you can grab some water, and then jump back in when you're ready to jump back in. If you have any questions, feel free to unmute yourself in the middle of class or type into the chat box. If I don't catch you in the middle of an exercise, I'll catch you on the next one if I see a question in the chat box. Okay. So let me tilt this down. We'll come back to a seated or standing grounded position of some sort. And then just start with a few shoulder circle rolls. Yeah, and if you don't have any of those objects, don't worry about it. We can always substitute or use different things. Again, like a rolled up pair of socks or a dog toy, or even a t-shirt you have lying around. Those work as letter ball substitutes. Okay, good. We'll come to a still point with the body. We'll close the eyes. And today, let's put one hand on the low belly and one hand on the low back, if you can reach there. Otherwise, we can just have both hands on the low belly. And just starting with that nice slow and low belly breath. So as you inhale, your belly expands. And as you exhale, the belly naturally sinks back in. And just stay with that breath. See if you can just breathe in and out of your nose. And we're going to stay with that, but we're going to add a hum. Okay, so again, just breathing in and out of your nose, you're going to take an inhale. And then on your exhale, you're going to hum. As long as you can, all the way to the end of your breath. Take an inhale in through the nose, and then you'll do about 2 or 3 more of those hums. You can hum a song. You can hum a higher note. You can hum a lower note. Good, maybe doing that one more time. And just feeling the vibration of that hum. Let your body sink a little bit deeper into the chair, into the floor. And then after that last hum, we'll open the eyes. Okay. Go ahead and give a shake to the hands and to the arms. If you're standing, you can shake the legs out. Okay. We're going to take the arms, we're going to cross them today to do some of our body tapping. And you're just going to bring your fingers to that area just under the collarbones. And we're going to find the tapping in that area on the chest, just under the bones. We're crossing the arms today just to get used to this cross body connection, because we're going to be playing with this a little bit. Good. Take your hands, switch the orientation that they're crossed, and do the same thing. You can tap up onto the shoulders too, if that feels good for you. Okay, good. And then we'll shake that out. Great. You're going to take your fingers or your knuckles right up to your breastbone. Okay. And I want your fingers to be on your breastbone, and you're going to round your back. And then as you open and pull your chest forward, I want you to pull your hands away from each other. Like you're a superhuman, you're ripping that shirt open. Yeah, come back to the center, hands come back to the breastbone, round the spine. And then as you pull the chest forward, pull the hands away from each other. Yeah, and I want your hands to stay on that soft tissue. So we're just trying to open up the tissue in the center of the chest and just keep moving through that at your own pace. This is an area that can get really restricted if we're hunched forward all day, or if we're on the computer, or if we're in the chair. Exhale to round, inhale to pull and open. Exhale, round, inhale to pull and open. Yeah, do that one more time. Good, and then shake that out. Okay. I want you to grab one of your armpits, and if it's hard for you, kind of the front of the armpit, that's part of your pec muscle. If it's hard for you to grab that, so yeah, use your opposite hand if you're able to. If it's hard for you to grab that, you can just press your knuckles into that area just to give it a little bit of pressure. And I just want you to give, again, a little massage to this area. So we get tight in the center of the chest, and we often get tight in the front of this armpit area. And now as you do that, the arm that you're massaging, the armpit that you're massaging, you're going to lift that arm and you're going to open it out to the side. Yep. And then close the arm to the front of you and then open it out to the side. There we go. Just do that one more time. Close in front and then open. And then release that, shake both hands out. And just find a comparison between both of your armpits. So the side that you just massaged hopefully might even feel kind of warm and maybe a little bit more open. And then let's do the same thing on the other side, using your knuckles or grabbing that tissue with your hands. And just starting to find, and I'm just kind of doing like a little circular massage with my fingers right in the front of my armpit. This is probably an area that feels tender for most of you. We'll bring, yeah, I see some head nods. We'll bring arm in front, and then we'll open that arm as we massage it. Bring the arm in front, and then open. Yeah, so this is just a way to bring in some usually we do self-release, but this is active self-release where I'm moving a joint through a range of motion as I'm massaging it. Yeah, shake out the hands. Again, just notice how that feels side to side, hopefully a little bit more balanced. And then let's work our way up. So we'll come into the neck. So I'm just gonna find a head tilt to the left. Can you just hold that for a sec? Notice how that side feels. Head tilt to the right. Okay. Bring the head tilt back to the left. You're going to take your right shoulder. I want you to shrug that shoulder up and then down. Shrug it up and down. Up and down. One more time. Up and down. And then release the head. Okay. Head tilt to the same side. Shrug the shoulder up Shrug the shoulder down. Now leave it there. Take your hand and turn it in so that my fingers are kind of pointing away from me, and I'm going to flex my wrists as if someone were like passing something, someone were trying to put something in my hand behind me. Okay, now hold that position with the fingers and the wrist twisted. Shrug up, shrug down, up, down, up, down. Good, one more. And then release. And then just find a couple of shoulder shrugs. Yep, and we'll do the other side. Head tilt to the right. And then just start with a shoulder shrug up and down on the left. For all of these movements, we don't want to be forcing it. The neck is an important structure. It's got a lot of nerves and vessels and tubes running through it. So we don't want to force any of this. Okay, and then bring your head back upright again. One more time, head tilt to the right. Shrug the shoulder up, shrug the shoulder down. Okay, internally rotate the shoulder. So fingers are out. And then flex the wrist like someone's trying to put something in your palm. And then one more time, shrug the shoulder up, shrug the shoulder down, keeping that head tilted. Good, and then release that, shake everything out. Okay. Good, let's find just a stroking of both arms. So as if you were trying to get water off of one of your arms, all the way down and out through your hand, maybe giving your hand a rub, the back of your arm, back of your shoulder, just bringing some awareness to that arm. And then same thing on the other side, trying to get all of the water off. Okay. And then we're going to make either a soft fist, yeah, soft fist or open hand. And you're going to channel your inner gorilla, so beating your chest. Okay. And then we're going to play with some of the face sounds again. So you're going to go ah, and then you're going to go ee, and then you're going to go ooh, and then you're going to stick your tongue out. Ooh, good. Relax. Shake that out again. Okay. And then we'll take both hands. You can stack the hands on top of each other. And we're going to find a circular belly rub going in a clockwise direction. So same thing with this one. The belly can be a really tender area, especially if there's digestion problems or anything like that, food allergy, anything like that going on. So only give your belly as much pressure as it needs. This shouldn't feel uncomfortable. This should feel good. Okay, good. We'll shake that out. And then we're going to bring thumbs, if we can reach it. You can also use your knuckles if that's easier. Thumbs to your back, just under your ribs. So feel for your lowest rib. And you're going to bring your thumbs there. And then we're going to trace the bottom of our ribs from the back to the front. And you're just going to do that several times here. If it's hard for you to reach your back, on this one, you can start more on the sides of your body. And just tracing the outline of your ribs from the back to the front. And then I want you to move your hands a little bit lower. So we've got the hands sitting more on the top of the pelvis, top of the well, I don't want to say your waist because it's kind of below your waist, but we're going to do the same thing, just tracing the outline from the back to the front. And just noticing how that feels. Are there any tender spots in there for you? Okay, good. Go and release that. Shake the hands out. You can stay standing. I'm just going to come seated to do this one. We're going to come to some lower body tapping. So let's tap going down the outside of the legs. Give the feet a rub if you can. And then you're going to tap coming up the inside of the legs. And we're just going to go through that a few times, going down the outside of the legs, rubbing the feet, and then up the inside of the legs. You can use an open hand. You can use a soft fist. You can use more of a chopping movement. Okay. Make sure once you've done that 3 times through, make sure you get the tops of your legs. And then if you can reach your knees, give your knees a rub. Just a circular rub there. And then if you're able to reach your ankles, I want you to give your ankles a rub. The inside ankle bone and the outside ankle bone, and just rubbing that area. And if you can't reach your ankles, just keep rubbing your knees. Yeah, you can use the palm of your hand too. Palm of your hand, soft fist. The nice thing about this body tapping and sensory awareness work is there's really no wrong way to do it. I have reasons for doing it in particular ways on particular days. But there really isn't a wrong way to do it. We're just trying to bring more awareness to your whole body. Okay, and then likewise, I want you to bring your attention to your elbows. Give each elbow a rub. Give each wrist a rub. Okay. And then one last shake of the whole body. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna have you, let's do this because this actually might be easier just for holding purposes. Go ahead and grab your pencil or your pen, whatever you've got with some letters on it. Okay. Actually, wait, let me stay zoomed in here for a minute. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of visual work and a little bit of work with our tongues also. So this is to stimulate some of our cranial nerves, which help calm the nervous system. We're going to start with the usual one that we've done, and I'm going to change it a little bit. So I want pencil to be in front of you, and I want you to look at one letter on that pencil. You're going to keep your eyes locked on that letter. For folks that are blind or visually impaired, I want your nose to stay pointed at that pencil. Okay. Without moving your lower jaw, you're going to push your tongue into the left side of your cheek. Without moving that lower jaw. And then you're going to turn, keeping that tongue pressing into the cheek. You're going to turn and rotate your body, looking at that letter on the pencil the whole time. Hold for a second or two, and then pull the pencil back to the center. Eyes stay on that letter. Okay, we're just going to stay on that one side. Tongue into the cheek and rotate. And then back to the center. Tongue into the cheek, rotate. And back to the center. Okay, I want you to keep moving through this one. If you want to make it harder, move quicker. So it will be more of like a swinging movement. Your eyes stay locked on that letter. Your tongue stays pushing into your cheek as you rotate back, as you rotate to the side and then back to the center. Again, if you start to get dizzy or you feel nauseous, take a break, close your eyes, grab some water. Let's just do 2 more wherever you're at. No, yeah, this is a really hard one. This is gaze stabilization, but we've got it moving pretty quickly. Okay, when you've done those 2, switch hands. Look at a different letter. Pick a different letter on that pencil. We have to keep it exciting for your brain or your brain gets bored. Okay, same thing. Tongue into the right side of the cheek, rotating to the right, pausing for a second or 2, and then back to the center. Okay, so start slow with this one. Add the second or 2 pause, and then come back to the center, and only start to increase your speed if you feel comfortable with this movement and you're not getting dizzy. Yeah, that looks really good, everybody. We've got cats joining us. You can start to go faster if that feels doable. Remember, try to not let that lower jaw move as you push your tongue into the cheek. Do 3 more. Nice. Yeah, I see some people moving pretty quick. That's good. Okay, go and relax after that 3rd. Keep that pencil near you, but let's just find a body reset. So let's bring both arms up to the sky, really reaching tall. How tall can you reach? And then find an exhale to roll down. Take an inhale at the bottom, and then exhale, roll up. Good. Reach back up to the sky, reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, roll down. Inhale at the bottom, and exhale, roll up. Good. Let's do 1 more of those. Remember, you're trying to find as much of an articulation of the spine down as you can. 1 vertebra rolling down at a time, and then 1 vertebra stacking on top of each other as you come back up. Good. Bring the arms behind you. Either reach the arms behind you or interlace the fingers and open the chest up. Okay. We're going to grab that pencil again. I'm going to have you look at a different letter this time. And we're going to do something a little, I don't think well, this will all look kind of familiar. We've done variations of this. So your lips are going to stay closed. This is just going to be for the visual system, meaning the head is going to stay still. For folks that are blind or visually impaired, stay with me and I'm going to give you something a little different. Okay, for everyone else, head stays facing forward, lips are closed, if you can, making sure you can still breathe, obviously. You're going to hold the pencil out in front of you, pulling it as far to the left. So hold it in your left hand, pull it as far to the left as you can, where your eyes can still see it, but your head hasn't moved. So hang on, head is facing forward, and that pencil is just slightly off from the midline of my body. Okay, just hold it there. Hold it there. Let me make sure we're on the good spot. There we go. Okay, so if your eyes are looking at a letter on the pencil, your head shouldn't have to move to look at the pencil. Okay, so we're going to draw a quarter of a circle. So I'm going to bring that, let me tilt this up a little bit more. I'm going to bring that pencil up until it's directly in the center, kind of more in an over eye position. And then I'm going to draw that quarter of a circle back down. Okay, so I'm just drawing this quarter of a circle around my head. My head stays steady, so my nose is pointing forward. Just my eyes are looking at the letter. There we go. There we go. Yeah, don't let the head move. Cindy Franks with the yellow shirt on, don't let your head move. but eyes stay on the letter of the pencil. There we go. Okay, I'm going to layer on with that. We're going to pull the tongue into this. Your tongue is going to press into your upper lip, matching the pencil. So the tongue is going to move with the pencil. I press the tongue into the left side when the pencil is kind of over to the left. And then as the pencil moves up above my eyes, my tongue presses into my upper lip. So watch me, hang on, watch me first. And you're just going back and forth with that. I forgot to give, so folks that are blind or visually impaired, you're doing the exact same thing we're doing with the tongue, but you're gonna let your head move. So your nose is actually gonna follow that pencil as you draw that quarter of a circle. That's only for folks who are blind or visually impaired. Everyone else, the head stays steady as that pencil moves around. You're only drawing the quarter circle on the left side of your body. Yeah, do 3 more. I know this is a lot for the eyes. Okay, and then we're gonna switch sides. Same thing on the other side, we'll ease into it. Start with that pencil, so holding the pencil in the right hand. The pencil is gonna be slightly off to the right. Okay, my nose is facing forward, just my eyes go to the pencil. So I'm just gonna start finding that eye range of motion. I'm just pulling that pencil, drawing that quarter of a circle. It's like I'm drawing only half of a rainbow, pulling it to the side and then above, to the side and then above, okay? When you're ready, pull the tongue into that movement. The tongue follows the pencil, pressing into the upper lip, the corner of the lip, the side of the cheek. Upper lip, top of the lip, corner of the lip, side of the cheek. Okay, I'm gonna watch people here. Yeah, these 2 angles are typically really hard for our eyes to look at. We rarely ever have to look up. So we're just gonna do these 2 quadrants for today. Maybe do 5 or 6 more wherever you're at. And then again, for folks that are blind or visually impaired, your head is moving with the pencil. Yeah, this is also really good. When we move the tongue like this too, we're stimulating 2 of your cranial nerves that help do this, which is good for the brain and good for the nervous system. Okay, everyone take a break, relax. Okay, go ahead and grab your letter ball. For folks that don't have a letter ball, I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna give you an alternative. If you have a letter ball and you've been playing with me for a while, go ahead and just go right into playing normal letter ball. Okay, remember, I want you to make it hard for yourself. It's okay if you drop the ball. Dropping the ball means you're finding your edge. Yeah, so just go right into playing that. For folks that don't have a letter ball, again, find something that you can use. It really can be anything. Like I could even use these headphones that I'm wearing. Okay, they've got little signals on them. I can kind of throw it around my body. So get creative, find something in your room or in your house or wherever you are that you can use as a letter ball, but something that's got exciting things for your eyes to look at. Okay, so how you play letter ball, I'm just gonna give you 2 ways to play it. So you're gonna start holding that ball or object into your chest. You're gonna pull it away from your chest at any angle around your body that you want. If you have a letter or numbers, you're gonna say the first letter or number you see. If you don't have letters or numbers on your ball, I just want your eyes to pinpoint on just to a particular point on that ball. Maybe it's a certain pattern, or maybe it's anything, a particular point on the ball. Pull the ball back into your chest. pull the ball away from your chest, say the first letter or number you see, or pinpoint your eyes on a very particular point on that object, pull it back into your chest. Pull it away from you at a different angle, maybe above your head. Again, pinpoint your eyes on something specific, pull it back in. Pull it away at a different angle, same thing. Okay, so you're just gonna be moving that object around your body in a 360-degree angle. You can pull it anywhere in front of you, behind you, below you. If you want to make it harder, so the second way to play letter ball is to throw it and catch it. Throw it and catch it. And you stop the ball right where you catch it, you pinpoint your eyes on a point, and then you do it again. You can catch with one hand, you can catch with two hands. And you're just throwing it and catching it all around your body. The key word is all around your body. Yeah, you can also throw the ball in front of you, but don't just throw it in front of you. Make sure you're throwing it and catching it everywhere. But your eyes, every time you catch it, I want your eyes to go to a particular point on the ball. So pause. When you catch it, pause, look at the ball. When you catch it, pause, look at the ball. Okay, for folks that have letters or numbers, I'm just gonna throw a little bit. Actually, let's stay with the memory game we've been doing because I wanna stay consistent with that one. So this is called the recall game. If you don't have letters or numbers on your ball, ignore what I'm about to say. Okay, let's see if we can do 6 or 7 recall letters. So just as a reminder, the way this works is I catch it, 5, 5, 1, 5, 1, B, 5, 1, B, G, 5, 1, B, G, 6, 5, 1, B, G, 6, 2, and on, okay? So see how many letters or numbers you can remember, and you're just adding on each time. So this is more about the memory. Just gonna watch people here. I know it takes me a moment to explain things, but let's maybe do like 20 more throws or so. And then I'll switch it up. Yeah, so Melody, make sure that every time you catch it, you're looking at the ball and pausing, looking at a particular point, and then doing it again.
Mine doesn't have letters, but if I try to throw it, I'll drop it.
Yeah, so instead of throwing it, just do the first game that I described, where you're holding it the whole time and you're moving it around your body. There you go. The throwing variation of letter ball is just the more challenging variation for folks that are able to play catch. Yeah, otherwise that's good. Otherwise, just stay with this movement around your body.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm also using a flashlight. Is that okay?
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. Just don't hurt yourself with it, but that's okay. I feel like flashlights are generally pretty heavy, but that works. Yeah, that works. It's got a bunch of interesting points for your eyes to look at. Yeah.
I'm using a stress ball.
That's perfect. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure was that Shakti that said that?
No, but I have one too.
You do too. Okay, yeah. And that stress ball is really, really great. After class, you can Sharpie a bunch of letters or numbers on it. I've got a YouTube video I can share on how to make a letter ball. I can drop that into the chat at the end of class. Oh, Melody, that was you. Okay. Yeah, but a stress ball is perfect. Yeah. Okay, cool. So assuming you all have done about 20 throws or so, go ahead and relax. We can set that letter ball down. Okay, and let's come. All right, I'm just gonna mute you all one more time, but if you've got questions, feel free to unmute yourself just for the background noise. Okay, so let's do some spinal movements. Let's find our hula hooping. So hands can come to the high ribs. And you're just gonna find a hula hooping of the ribs around the pelvis. Yeah, that's awesome. And if you're able to stand, you can definitely do this standing. Switch directions. Okay, we'll come back to the center. Okay, so for my seated athletes, I'm just gonna have you do a double arm back stroke. For my standing athletes, go ahead and come, let me move this back. Go ahead and just do 10 leg circles on each side. You can hold on to something if you need to. 10 leg circles on each side. And you're just trying to make that, kicking the stool behind me, but you're just trying to make those leg circles as big as you can. If you're feeling really wild, you can move the arms and the legs if you're able to. Okay. For the shoulder people, I want you to go forward, but you're going to make it more of a butterfly stroke. So let the head dive forward as the arms come forward and then pulling back. For my standing athletes, if you haven't switched legs, switch legs. And if you have switched legs, go in the other direction with your circles. Do another 10 on each side. Yeah, and for my butterfly strokers, just making that really fluid. Inhale forward and exhale back. Inhale forward and exhale back. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Okay, good. Okay. For my seated athletes, we'll do some elbow circles. So circling the hands around the elbows. Standing athletes, if you want to bring that into some knee circles, circling the knees around the ankles. Okay, everyone switch directions that you're circling, whether it's the elbows or the knees. It's okay if you hear some joint cracking as long as there's no pain with that. Okay, and relax. For my seated athletes, we'll make a fist if you're able to. Let's do some wrist circles. And for my standing athletes, we'll do some ankle circles. Pulling the ankle or the wrist in as big of a circle as you can. Switch directions or switch feet. Okay, and then shake the hands out, shake the legs out if you can. Okay.
Quick thing I want to tell you. I gotta go, Rachel. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. And remind me of your name again.
Robin.
Robin, that's right. Hey, it was good to have you in class.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, see ya.
Thank you. See you later.
Yeah. All right, see ya. Okay, good. So we're gonna finish with some of that patterned work that we ended class with last time. Everyone's favorite or least favorite? Okay, so let me make sure I'm saying this right. Let's take left hand and we're gonna go, hang on. Yeah, we're gonna find that same zigzag. So we're actually gonna start from the bottom. So I just have to mirror you. So let me get my lefts and my rights squared away. We're gonna go left hand, we're gonna tap left knee, right hip, left shoulder, right ear, okay? Oh my gosh, sorry, hang on, the lefts and the rights. So your tap, this is left side of your body. Left knee, right hip, left shoulder, right ear. Left knee, right hip, left shoulder, right ear. Knee, hip, shoulder, ear. You're zigzagging. Knee, hip, shoulder, ear. We're zigzagging, tapping as we go. Knee, hip, shoulder, ear. Okay, so just stay with that. Knee, hip, shoulder, ear. Knee, hip, shoulder, ear. Okay, if this pattern feels challenging enough for you, this is where you're going to stay. And you're just going to work on trying to make this a little bit quicker, trying to move through this a little bit quicker. If you want to make it harder, I'm going to give you another layer here. Okay, so just pause that hand for a sec. Take the other hand. We're going to do a vertical figure 8. So draw the number 8, a vertical figure 8 with your left arm. It could be as big or as small as you want. No wrong way to do this. Okay, keep that arm going in your figure 8 and add on the tapping of the other side. Right knee, left hip, right shoulder, left ear. Right knee, left hip, right shoulder, left ear. Knee, hip, shoulder, ear. Knee, hip, shoulder, ear. Knee, hip, shoulder, ear. If it helps you to say it aloud, say it aloud. The slower you move, the easier time your brain will have at getting this pattern. Okay, I'm just gonna watch people for a sec. This is really hard. If doing the figure 8 with the other arm is too much, just forget that arm and just stay with the zigzag pattern. Yeah, this is more of a getting the two sides of the brain to communicate with each other kind of a thing. It's a brain game and it's a body game. Okay, go ahead and relax. I know, right when you started to get it, I'm going to switch it up again. We're going to do same thing on the other side. So take right hand. We're going to go right knee, left hip, right shoulder, left ear. Right knee, left hip, left, oh, damn it. Hang on. I'm sorry, I messed that one up. Right knee, left hip, right shoulder, left ear. Right knee, left hip, right shoulder, left ear. Yeah, you got it. It's the zigzag. Knee, hip, shoulder, ear. Knee, hip, shoulder, ear. Okay, again, you can stay with this one and you can just play with trying to increase the speed. This might be, this might be hard enough as is. So stay with this one if this feels like a challenge. Okay, if you want to make it harder, let's add in that other hand. So pause that hand for a sec. Take the right hand, find a vertical figure 8. And then maybe slow that figure 8 down like it's moving in slow motion. And start to add in the taps. Knee, hip, shoulder, ear. Knee, hip, shoulder, ear.
If you're the mirror, it's got to be the left hand.
Right? Yeah. Do the opposite of whatever you started with. I might be, yeah, Barbara, I might be saying it wrong. Do the opposite of the first thing we did. Was I saying my lefts and my rights wrong? I thought I had it right. So your right arm is tapping, your left arm is doing the figure 8. Right now, I'm mirroring you. I'm mirroring you. So what I'm saying isn't my right or left. What I'm saying is me mirroring you. So you should be mirroring me also. Does that make sense? And it's a good point because that's how this whole class works. This whole class, I'm always mirroring you just because it makes it easier for you to follow me. But I might have said that wrong. All right. Good. Maybe just do one more and then go ahead and relax. I feel like some of you got it. It looked good. Okay, go ahead and find a shake. Shake the arms out, shake the legs out. Good. Then let's just come into our rotation. Swinging rotation. So try to get your knuckles to tap the opposite low back as you swing. Good. And then you're going to hold a rotation to either side. Just turn and look over that shoulder. And then keep swinging. Okay, pause when you get to the other side. Turn and look over that shoulder. And then last time, finding a swing. Good. And then we'll settle the arms down. We'll come to a still point here. And we'll close the eyes. Go and bring both hands to the low belly again. And let's just find a couple more hums together. So when you're ready, take an inhale and then exhale. Just do one more hum like that, going all the way to the end of your breath. And after that last hum, you can relax, just find a still point again. Go ahead and think of one thing you're grateful for today. We'll take one more inhale, one more exhale, and we'll open the eyes. Awesome. Thanks so much for joining me today, everyone.
Woo!
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a link. Let me pull